Good evening. And welcome to the Corning Paint and Post High School Learning Center graduation of June 2022. I'm Sarah Ainsworth. I'm principal of the High School Learning Center, and I want to thank all of you for attending today and supporting these amazing graduates. We are so unbelievably proud of these 4 students and everything they've accomplished over the years. And I do apologize beforehand if I cry. This is one of the first groups, because I'm also a middle school assistant principal, that I've seen them through the past few years, but also at the middle school. So I'm extra proud of these 4 kids. They've been amazing examples of grit and perseverance, and I'm really personally excited to celebrate them tonight and to be able to hand them their diploma. And I want to thank you for all of your hard work, for going through everything that you've gone through in the past 4 years, and I want to personally congratulate you guys for being here tonight. I would also like to take a moment to thank everyone who supports this program. I'd like to thank the school board, Dr. Dale Wexel, President, Mr. Kevin Ashton, Miss Kelly Bacallis, Miss Christina Belanger, Miss Mary Franklin, Miss Margie Lawler, Miss Janelle Matier, Dr. Bo Ruffin, and Dr. James Webb. In addition, I'd also like to thank Michelle Caulfield, Superintendent, and Linda Perry, Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Education, for all of the support that they provide for this program. And I would also like to thank the High School Learning Center staff and volunteers. We have had an amazing group of teachers and volunteers help out with this program this year with everything that we've gone through. I'd like to thank Dave Quackenbush, High School Learning Coordinator and Humanities Teacher, Mike Sanfratello, School Counselor, Glenn Stevenson, Mathematics, Vanessa Miller, English Language and Literature, Lisa Carlton, who has helped us out with science this past trimester, Mr. Jim Rossetti, volunteer for the Brother Keepers Fund, Aaron Merrill, volunteer, John Casterline, volunteer, and then also Joni Kehoe and Kenny Hartnett, who have helped out with PE. And I'd also like to thank our CPP information coordinator, Bill Cameron, and Mike Simmons from the high school, and CPP TV for helping us out at these graduations, so that way we can also live stream and share this with families and people who can't be here tonight. And I would also like to thank the large group of outside organizations that help us out with all of our programming. Without these organizations, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of the projects that we are able to do. We're very thankful to the Arts Council of the Southern Tier, the Ready, Set, Grow Children's Center, Habitat for Humanity Restore, the Corning Museum of Glass, the Rockwell Museum, Salvation Army, Southeast Steuben County Public Library, the Triangle Fund, the Brother Keepers Fund, Corning Enterprises, Corning Community College, Corning Paint and Post School District. And like I said, without these programs, we wouldn't be able to do the amazing projects that we do with the CMOG, with getting their art credit, with the Alley Art Project, with glass blowing, with our different internships that they are able to do in the community. We are just so thankful to the community for our support. And at this time, I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Barbara Canfield, Provost of Corning Community College.
Greetings and welcome to Corning Community College. We're so happy to be able to mark this joyous occasion with you tonight. I'm Barb Canfield, and I'm the provost. And just in case anybody wonders what the provost is, because I always get this question, I oversee academic and student affairs here at the college. So don't get nervous. I didn't bring pages upon pages of a long speech. But I do want to say, when I first came, my first exposure to the High School Learning Center was really very early in my career here at Corning. I've been here just almost a year. And the first project, a community event, was the unveiling of the art project of the mural that now graces Pudgy's wall in Corning. And I was, there and heard all the speeches and saw the artist and the students, and I was totally impressed. I said, wow, if this isn't a cool thing. So I was like, this is a high school learning center. I was like, okay, this must be really great stuff going on. And truly it is, because we have 4 graduates sitting here ready to take the next step. So tonight, though, class of 2022, we're here to celebrate you. It really is about you, all about you tonight. You've shown resilience, and you've dug really deep to find the strength to meet the challenges that pursuing your education required during the pandemic. But not only that, you have chosen a path that is different in your education than others. And you know what? Different is not bad. Being a trailblazer, being ready to take a different path to achieve your goals is actually really courageous. And so I applaud you for taking that step, because tonight, as you're sitting here, you are proof that taking that step made you a success, and you are a success, and no one will ever take that success away from you. So congratulations on doing that and being the trailblazers and embracing this program, because learning comes in a lot of different forms. We often think, oh, we have to take one path, there's one path, but that's not the case, and you were able to see that and take a chance on doing this program and clearly being successful. So, we look at having something like this in the community with the support of a strong board of education, of a great superintendent, principal, wonderful teachers, and the parents and community support that you have, of those of us at the college who are thrilled to have you here on campus with us. And so, no graduation speech would be complete without some sage words of advice. So I'll keep them pretty short, but one of the things is you've just started learning. And that learning, right, is lifelong. And you're probably thinking, oh, we're just graduating high school. Can we have a break? No, it is a lifelong path. But it doesn't mean, and you've already discovered this, and sometimes it takes other people a lifetime to find, that learning doesn't have to come in one way. Some of you may think, hey, I'm going on to college. That's great. But there may be other paths that you take that may be formal learning, maybe informal learning. But the whole thing is, you never want to sit idle and stagnate, because the way to grow is by learning. And I think you probably have already come to that realization on your own. And whatever it is, whether it's fun stuff, find your passion and your passion for how you learn, and continue to do that throughout your life. I think one thing, and this, we don't get enough of, is being kind and extending welcome to those who really need to feel connected. If the pandemic taught us anything, it taught us the importance of human connection. And for you, it's as you go on out into the world to pursue whatever dreams you have from this point forward, never lose that as being a focus, because that is a truly, truly important endeavor in life. The third thing is, don't forget or take for granted the people who supported and encouraged you along the way, because they're your cheerleaders. Those are the people, and you know this already, who have gotten you through the hard times and will continue to do so. And many of those people are in the room here with you tonight, so I would ask if you would take a moment with me and give a round of applause to your supporters. And last but not least, life's journey is exciting, and embrace it. You know what? You've already proved that you can come through challenging times and thrive during those, okay? But it's during those challenging times that when those joyous moments in life come along, they're that much sweeter. So when you're down, when you get times that are rough, just remember those joyous times, and there will be plenty of them as life goes on, will be sweet because of the challenges that you've overcome and embraced. And so, once again, congratulations, class of 2022. We are incredibly proud of you.
And now I would like to call each student up to share their graduation speech. Each student will be introduced by someone who is very special to them. We are going to start off with Caitlin Chase, who is introduced by Nathan Ianovici and John Gargano.
So there's not really much to say except that from a boyfriend standpoint, these years have been exceptionally roller coaster for Caitlin and I, but it is such a relief to see you graduating. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to go to dinner and talk about this, and, talk about the next phases of hopefully our life. So I'm really proud of you. I love you.
I'm Caitlin's grandfather, and I too am extremely proud of you, Caitlin. To watch you go through this has been amazing. I know it's been an awful struggle for you. Times have been tough. Plus, you had to deal with the COVID thing, but you did it. You did it. All you kids. I'm sorry, all of you young adults. I don't want to call you kids anymore. I think it's amazing. This is an amazing program. I agree with Dr. Canfield. You have challenges coming up, but you've come through some huge challenges just making it this far. I mean, I know it was rough. We all know it was rough on you, but here you are. Now you get to go out and experience life. There will be more challenges, definitely, but this is the beginning, and I don't think there's a problem with you, any of you, seeking the advice of these folks or anybody out here that you know. We all love you, and we're here to help you, okay? Love you, kiddo. Now it's your turn. I love you, kiddo. Good job.
Thank you. So I'm Caitlin, as you know. I would just like to make my speech short and sweet by first saying thank you all for coming. I'd like to show appreciation for all of my teachers and all the other staff members who have supported me throughout my 2 years here at the High School Learning Center. I know not everyone who has helped me is here today, so it's kind of sad, but and I'd also like to show appreciation to the staff who put this organization together, and this event. And finally, I'd like to just congratulate my other peers on graduating. So again, thank you for coming.
And next we will have Morgan Malarkey, introduced by Linda Malarkey.
Thank you. Morgan, we are very proud of you. I promised I wouldn't cry, but it's with great pleasure and pride we watch you graduate. We're very proud of you.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Morgan, and I just wanted to thank you all for coming tonight to watch our class graduate. As I began thinking about what to talk about, I really didn't know where to start. So first, I just wanted to congratulate our class for graduating. It's this first really big milestone, so that's a real big thing. And I want to like encourage everyone else who's like awaiting their graduation date, like you guys can do it. I have a lot of love and respect for everyone at this school. I'm really sad to part. I want to thank all the teachers, staff, and students, past and present, for the endless support and motivation. I'm going to try and come back as much as possible to still see you all. The love I have for this school is like unexplainable. You guys have really gotten me through a lot. Um, and just for everyone graduating and everyone who's awaiting graduation, just remember that this is like one of the first really big milestones that we're achieving, and we have like overcome a lot of obstacles to get here. So wherever you go after graduation or any curbs you may hit in the future, just know you can overcome them to get to your goal. And thank you all for coming, and like again, congratulations.
And next we have Carter Pavlik, introduced by Dave Quackenbush.
Thank you, and congratulations, all graduates. You truly have come through a tough time, and you've emerged, and here we are. So at the High School Learning Center, we have guiding principles. One of those is leadership. And one of the things that is interesting is to see how each individual student is able to express that leadership based on their own abilities and inclinations. And so, Carter, you are a leader in kindness. As long as I've known you, I don't think there's anything but a kind bone in your body. And I think everybody sees that. It permeates your being, and I think everybody else feels it too. And so thank you for being a leader in kindness at the High School Learning Center. And I have a bunch of quotes I'm going to read to you about kindness that I've assembled on your behalf. But I also want to say Carter started off at the High School Learning Center. When he did, he was, can I say, a little squirrely. Spent a lot of time on the floor, you know. But anyway, we haven't seen that a lot. But when the pandemic happened, it really threw Carter and some other students, you know, really off track. He actually left school for almost a year, but had the courage to come back and finish what he needed to do. And he knew that the High School Learning Center was the place where he would be able to do that. And so we're really proud of you. So about kindness. I thought this quote was from Dave Chappelle, but apparently his name is David LaChapelle. But he says, success to me is being a good person and treating people well. The Dalai Lama says, be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. Roald Dahl said, I think probably kindness is my #1 attribute in a human being. I'll put it before any of the things like courage or bravery or generosity or anything else. Franklin D. Roosevelt said, human kindness has never weakened the stamina or softened the fiber of a free people. Sharon Salzberg says, that is what compassion does. It challenges our assumptions, our sense of self-limitation, worthlessness, of not having a place in the world, our feelings of loneliness and estrangement. These are narrow, constrictive states of mind. As we develop compassion, our heart opens. Wes Angelosi says, go and love someone exactly as they are, and then watch how quickly they transform into the greatest, truest version of themselves. When one feels seen and appreciated in their own essence, one is instantly empowered. And I'll end with a quote from Abraham Lincoln. Kindness is the only service that will stand the storm of life and not wash out. It will wear well and be remembered long after the prism of politeness and complexion of courtesy has faded away. So Carter, your kindness is going to last the storms of life. And I think it's served you well. And thanks for your influence, and thanks for being a part of our school. Carter Pavlik.
Hello. I just wanted to thank everyone, High School Learning Center staff, peers, and everyone for coming. And I want to thank the peers and staff for helping me through this mental roller coaster that has been my life. For a while before I came up here, I wasn't doing the best, like really whatsoever. I was mentally, physically not where I should have been, and I'm still working on getting to a path where I can be the truest human I want to be and can be. And I really think that this place helped me do that, and I just want to thank everyone that's been on this journey with me and helped me through everything extra mentally. Thank you all.
And last but not least, we have Fiona Wright, introduced by Treva Esquivel.
So I didn't write a speech because Fiona would probably be against it, but I'm her mom, Treva, and I just brought something that I thought it would benefit all of you graduates today, and it's something that I kind of do on a daily basis. So I'm going to read it to you, and then I'll let you know what else I'm going to say in a minute. So attitude is more important than facts. It's more important than past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than successes, than what other people think, say, or do. It is more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill. It will make or break a business, a home, a friendship, an organization. The remarkable thing is we have a choice every day what our attitude will be. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the actions of others. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can change is our attitude. Life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% of how we react to it. And Fiona, for you, you've reacted great, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm nervous up here, so I don't want to cry. She started it. But on behalf of your dad and your stepdad and myself, we're very proud of you and we love you. Congratulations. Oh, and also my sincere gratitude to all the faculty, teachers, and staff. Honorable mention, Linnea, for staying home this week, making it to Fiona's graduation. When she had an opportunity to go away for a week, I was like, that was really sweet. And then, of course, Mr. and Mrs. Goldwyn for giving Fiona rides. Thank you. Well, if they're not, thank you.
Hello, everyone. So first I want to say congratulations to my fellow graduates. And I just want to talk a little bit about what I was like before I came here. So 2 years ago, I was at the public high school, and I wasn't set to graduate. I wasn't gonna start going to school. I was slacking in all of my in my responsibilities. And then the High School Learning Center was kind of a chance for me to restart. And I'd say the best part about restarting up here was learning that I couldn't really restart. I could only begin to forgive myself. So I just want to say thank you to all of our community partnerships, all of the people that have supported me, my past teachers, my current teacher, now my past teachers. And just thank you very much. And thank you for everyone who attended here tonight. And thank you to my partner and my family. I already said that, but yeah, thank you.
So every June, we get asked to nominate a student for the Triple C Award. And the Triple C Award is in recognition of courage, which will assist you in meeting the challenges ahead, remarkable commitment for a student who's bettering themselves, commitment for their school community, and for making themselves a role model to others. It also is to recognize the strength of the student's character that will help them achieve their goals in the future. And with considerable thought, the High School Learning Center staff wanted to award the Triple C Award to Fiona Wright. And now I would like to ask Ms. Caulfield and Dr. Wexel to join me up here for the most important part. Now for our presentation of diplomas. Ms. Caulfield, as principal of the High School Learning Center, I am happy to present the June class of 2022. These students have completed the requirements for graduation established by the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York and by the Corning Painted Post Area School District.
Dr. Wexel, I have received the recommendation of the principal that these students should receive their high school diploma. I recommend to you that the Board of Education confer these diplomas.
The moment has arrived. So with the recommendation of the superintendent, I, as president of the Board of Education, direct that these diplomas be conferred forthwith.
And at this time, I would like to introduce the high school learning graduating class of June 2022. You guys can turn your down. And I'd like to thank you all for coming. Thank you on behalf of the staff and the students and our graduates. We hope you have a wonderful night and a very relaxing summer.